yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing tonight? How's it going? Welcome to another episode of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. Live today from Red Morton Park because, it is almost 7 p.m. Pacific time. For those of you folks on the East Coast, it's almost 10 p.m. And I was just able to get out on my walk. Things have been rather busy for me lately. Myself, my girlfriend Dawn. Lots of great stuff going on. Lots of great stuff going on. And it's cold. The outside temperature gauge on my car read 53 degrees, but it's starting to drop. So I've got my gloves on tonight. It's been pretty nice up until about 5 or 5:30 or so. It stayed like, lower 60s, upper 50s, but now we're heading into the lower 50s, and that's glove time. And triple layer up. So for this part, I'm going to turn on the front camera and the front light. PG&E's doing some work out here, Pacific Gas, an electric company. It's so nice that the sidewalk is open on this side of the street. It makes these early evening, I wouldn't say early evening, we're like in the mid-evening right now, at least here on the West Coast. It makes these walks after the sun goes down a little bit easier. Anyway, I hope you've all been having a great day. This is episode number 889 of Walking with Purpose Live. And today we're going to be discussing not containing your emotions can have serious consequences. One more time. Today we're going to be discussing not containing your emotions can have serious consequences. This should be a pretty obvious topic. Pretty much most topics I discuss are pretty common sense. They should be obvious. People should understand them, right? But the reason why I talk about these obvious topics is because people continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? I've made these same mistakes, so I know. Now, to start off this show, I want to explain the difference between someone that is able to manage their emotions quite well and someone that is not. I'm not going to be using any people, for example, purposes. I'm just going to be sharing types of people, right? There are two types of people. People that can manage and control and keep their emotions in check, and then there are people that simply can't or severely struggle with it, right? And to a certain extent, at times, depending on the situation, everyone is going to struggle with their emotions and have a lack of emotional self-control. And in my opinion, I feel if you struggle to keep your emotions in check every now and then, I think that's pretty normal for every human being. But if you're someone, and how do I put this as best as possible? I'm just going to be straight. If you're someone that constantly loses their emotional shit over every little thing, that's a serious issue. That can also have very serious consequences without you even realizing it, right? And to people that, well, what's occasionally losing your shit and what isn't, right? A good example would be years ago on YouTube, I used to lose my emotional self-control every now and then. I used to let people and their words antagonize me and get to me and get me to react on live stream panels out here on YouTube. I lost my shit. I probably lost my shit. Let's see, I've been doing this almost 7 years. If we go back to 2017, between 2017 and 2018, and maybe a little bit of 2019. The first, let's say, 2 to 2.5 years I was doing this, out of the 7 years, I probably severely lost my shit about maybe 3 or 4 times. It didn't happen every day. It happened maybe like once every 6 months or so, right? But since that time, I haven't lost my shit one time out here because I learned my lesson, and for the most part, I am someone that's been able to manage my emotions rather well. Now, other people may have a difference of opinion regarding that because when people troll you and hate you on YouTube, for example, you know, they're going to say, oh, Eli loses his shit all the time. I've lost my shit severely probably 3 or 4 times back in 2017, 2018, and maybe a little bit of 2019. But since the end of 2019 or even early 2020, I've really made it a point to think twice or 3 times regarding my behavior out here on YouTube and even my behavior in the real world. Because sometimes, you know, people can lose their shit in the real world too. It's happened, right? Everyone has lost their shit, whether they admit it or not, right? So, the example of me losing my shit is somebody that occasionally loses their shit every now and then, learns their lesson, and eventually doesn't lose their shit, at least over the same stupid shit as they did in the past, or as I did in the past. But someone that lets every little thing offend them and upset them, right? Someone that lets trolls and haters, every word, define their happiness, right? Someone that feels the world is out to get them. I used to feel that way in my younger days. I used to feel, maybe like in my 20s or so, in my teens and early to mid 20s, and maybe even part of heading into my late 20s, I used to always feel like the world was against me. The world was out to get me. And the truth of the matter is, I was wrong. I was wrong. The problem was I hadn't learned to ignore the dumb things that people were saying and doing to me back in those days, even before the YouTube days. Do you think people, started teasing people only when YouTube came out? It's been going on forever, even before the internet came out. The same stuff happening on YouTube was happening in the real world. The difference was you couldn't hide your anonymity. You were basically trolling people in real life with your real name, which could end up having, severe consequences, right? That's why YouTube is a place where you see a lot of anonymous people, because they can do the same stuff they used to do, or maybe even still do in the real world. But they hide behind a fake Google account, and they hide their IP behind a VPN, virtual private network, right? It's pretty sad, right? I have known many decent people in my life. Many decent people that were good people, but had severe difficulty managing their emotions or containing themselves emotionally, right? And let me tell you, if you let your emotions get the best of you, and you let what other people are saying affect you so much to the point of where it affects all of your other interactions with everyone, not just the people you feel have offended you, you're going to snap. At some point, if one little honest thing goes wrong, you're going to snap. And depending on the level of how much you snap, you might say something that you don't mean to somebody. You might even try to hit someone or actually hit someone in that heightened state of emotion. And if you lay your hands on someone, they can press charges on you for violence. And if you're in public and a cop sees you lay your hands on someone, they will arrest you on sight. Your emotions and how well you're able to manage them or not have real life, serious consequences. A lot of people don't think about those consequences before they allow their emotions to get the best of them. Now, again, this sounds like a boring, repetitive story that everyone should know, right? Everyone should know that losing your emotional shit could even land you in jail. You could be the nicest person in the world. You could have a perfectly clean record. Let's say you're 40 years old and you have no criminal history, not even a parking ticket, nothing. You're clean as a whistle. And you let people get to you, and you let them stir up your emotions to the point of where you get triggered so badly, you overreact so badly that you go and you punch someone in the face. Guess what? There goes your perfect record. And here's the thing that is super important for people that have been good, law-abiding citizens all their life. People that aren't on the right side of the law, whether they've been caught or not, especially if you're on social media, when they see someone that's a goody goody like you, because they call us people goody goodies with clean records, right? They intentionally try to do whatever they can to get you to snap so they can be the ones to take credit for ruining that perfect record. Why would you want to allow anyone to ruin your perfect record? Or to get you to do something that you've never done before because you're a good person? Why would you allow someone to push you to that point? You know, again, one of the biggest lessons I've learned from screwing up so much back in 2017, 2018, and parts of 2019, one of the biggest lessons I've learned is to, again, think twice or three times and evaluate whatever I say or do, especially if I'm going to do it on YouTube, whether it's on a live stream panel or a pre-recorded video or my own live stream, right? And that's why, since 2019, I used to go on live stream panels all the time in 2017, 2018, and 2019. And since the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, I record videos for my website. It hasn't been released yet. I'm in progress. It has not been released yet, man. I'm just creating content for the future. I'll let you guys know in the future when I have it ready. Sounds good, bro. Sounds good. That's cool, dude. Real life trolls, man. Real life trolls. That's why the next time around, I'm just going to go around the neighborhood. Those kids don't give a shit about my website or YouTube channel. All they care about is trolling. So you see how you handle it? You tell them, yeah, I'm just recording for my website. What's your website? Well, it hasn't been released yet. I'm just creating content and going to be releasing it, and I'll let you guys know. So I'll troll you back. You want to troll me in real life, I'll troll you right back. That's fine. Give me a second here. Just put it up right here in the front. So I used to lose my emotional self-control, and that's why I stopped going on panels. I started to make better decisions. Towards the end of 2019, 2020, or towards the end of 2019 and 2020, I mean. Because it's a funny thing, you know. There are multiple genres out here on YouTube. There's the dramasphere type of genre where there are tons of creators out here that just run live streams, put out a public link to StreamYard, which is what what we use to bring people on the panel on YouTube nowadays. Back in the days, it used to be Google Hangouts, but they shut that down. But a lot of people just use this as an outlet. They're not running a serious channel or a serious business. They might have a Cash App or a PayPal, and they might even be monetized on their channel, but they're not taking their channel seriously. It's more like a hobby, right? It's more like um, an outlet. They use YouTube more like an outlet, and they attract other people that are also out here on YouTube to use it as an outlet, right? And a lot of times, these are the types of groups I see on YouTube that just, they run their mouths, right? And then what they say on these live streams goes too far. And then it triggers people and gets them to react. See, it's the same thing that people used to do to me in 2017, 2018, and parts of 2019. And when I finally figured out the game, I stopped playing it. Or I stopped allowing them to play it on me, right? But there are always going to be new people, right? There are always going to be new people coming around that are inexperienced. And then there are going to be those experienced drama creators that will leverage the new people that are inexperienced and suck them into these drama shit shows or drama stream panels, live stream panels, right? My advice to you folks, don't fall for the trap. Don't be the entertainment for YouTubers that just want to use you because they know you're going to get upset and get triggered and overreact. And they also know it's going to entertain their type of audience, right? Which again, their type of audience is typically a similar type of audience like I was talking about regarding people that come out here to use YouTube as an outlet, right? Let me come over here because I don't know if that dog is out. Give me a second here. Part of the construction crew here. I bet not a lot of people expected me to go live. It's not easy containing your emotional self-control at times. because there are many instigators out there. And why do people instigate certain people? A lot of it, in my opinion, has to do with jealousy and insecurities. Or maybe they just see you as an easy target, right? Maybe they just see you as an easy target, right? But just because some people see you as an easy target doesn't make it right to try to antagonize you and trigger you and bully and harass you and all that, right? Go ahead. I see you. Oh, the person, I heard them. They were walking with the dog right behind me. So I just pulled off to the side to let him go. I just said, I see you, you know. It's all good. Man, people are driving very weird tonight. No parking Friday through Saturday, so people can park there right now. It's Wednesday. You got to learn to just ignore things. You got to learn to understand why people are antagonizing you, why people are trying to purposefully trigger you, why they're trying to crawl under your skin, right? If you don't have a clear understanding on why people are doing it, it's going to bug you every time. And then it's going to escalate your reactions every time. And the more and more it happens, your emotions are going to start to build up like a volcano, like Mount St. Helens, right? And eventually, if you don't figure it out and stop letting it get to you, you're going to blow up like a volcano. And depending on where you are, where you blow up, or who you blow up to, or what you do, it could have actual serious consequences legally as well. It could. You know, I'll use some trolling comments for example purpose. That a troll come in here saying, "Lighten up, my man. Used to be a lot more fun back in those days. I saw Coach Eli's greatest hits 1 and 2. Who cares?" I mentioned this because I'm not here to have fun with miserable fucking clowns and people that are lonely and people that are coming out here on YouTube using it as an outlet because you've got nowhere else to go. You got nowhere else to go besides YouTube and other people like you that are out here on YouTube, because all of you have done such dumb shit in the real world that your own friends and family have disowned you, right? So now you got to come out here and conglomerate with other people, other miserable fucks like yourself, and use YouTube as an outlet over your pathetic, miserable life, right? And you can change that. I'm not saying that to be mean or rude. What I'm saying is that you can change that. I'm cool, calm, and collected. I'm not interested in any of your stupid ass drama. But as part of my personal development teachings, I'm going to teach people how to learn to deal or not deal with stupid fucks like you, right? And I'm not triggered. I'm just speaking the truth, right? And I responded to you, troll, because I wanted to respond to set an example for my audience of how they can handle people like you. Don't think I responded to you and you got your way for me responding. You can think whatever you want to think in your psychopathic head. What matters to me is the lesson. What matters to me is the lesson. I'm only going to do 2 laps tonight. You see, I can respond to you all I want. And as long as I don't let it get to me and overreact emotionally like I used to, me responding to you is not that big of a deal. That's what I'm trying to teach people. You actually came in at the right time. You trolled me at the right time because I got another example right now out of you, right? You trolls and haters are the perfect examples. If I want to keep using you for example purposes, I will. And that's what triggers you, because you know you are the perfect examples, right? And some of you are here on suck accounts because you're a real person that can't troll me with your real account anymore because I banned you a long time ago. And the reason why I banned you is because you lost your emotional shit. You took things way too far. Right? What I want each and every one of you folks to do, whether you're a troll, whether you're a supporter of mine and Dawn's, whether you're a hater, whether you're in the middle, indifferent, whatever, right? I want you to ask yourselves, is it worth it to lose your emotional self-control over stupid YouTube stuff, let alone anything in general? Is it worth it to snap and lose your emotional self-control over anything and put yourself in a situation that could have serious, very serious consequences, real life, whether you're online or offline? when you're on YouTube or social media, whether you're live, whether you're posting a literal post or you're doing a pre-recorded video, you have full control over who you want to allow to comment, who you want to respond to, and who you don't want to respond to. And in many cases, this is my best advice to all of you. I learned this the hard way because I used to fuck this up all the time in 2017, 2018, and parts of 2019. I used to fuck it up all the time. My best advice to all of you is if somebody says something that normally would make you overreact and lose your shit emotionally, just block and ignore them. Remove the comment if it's on YouTube, whether it's on the live stream or pre-recorded video in the comments section or community post. Just hit hide user from channel. It'll delete the comment, every other comment they've ever written, and it'll hide them from your channel. You don't have to address anyone you don't want to. It doesn't matter, even if people keep coming back on multiple accounts trying to question you. Who have you helped? And, your whole entire audience is haters and this and that. I don't give a shit about that. Right? I don't. That's irrelevant. What's happening outside of my channel here, regardless of who's here or who isn't here, whatever's happening elsewhere is not a part of this channel. Has nothing to do with my actual content. And a lot of times I choose to not even respond to people that come in and troll, even if they're trying to say serious question, Eli. There are a lot of miserable people in this world that troll out of misery, that become stuck like glue on people like me out of misery. Right? People that are real creators, that have real content to put out, like I do, we don't focus our content on one particular person over and over and over again, or a few people over and over and over again. Our content is broad-based. And what we do out here is for the masses. We got some people coming, so we're gonna go off to the side. I think I just stepped over a beer can. Now I'm walking on rocks. All right, we're good. I just wanted to give that couple some space to walk by me off camera. You're in full control of everything you do online and offline. You're in full control of who you want to allow to upset you, trigger you, and try to get you to react by antagonizing you online or offline. And you got people coming back again, trolling. Embrace the drama. No, thank you. I don't want to embrace the fucking shitty drama. You want to embrace the drama? and hide behind a Google account, if that's how you want to choose to live your life, sir, then you go right ahead and do what you feel is right for you. I think it's a pathetic fucking waste of time. But I'm not interested. And if I say no and I'm not interested, you're going to keep on troll harassing me because you're going to get away with it since you're anonymous, probably on a VPN as well. Like, seriously. This is a game to you, right? And if it's a game to you, sir, I'll play for a little bit and use you as an example of what not to do on YouTube and waste your time on. And to also share with other people how to deal with morons like you. It's okay. I wonder if those dudes are still over there. They were smoking the 420. Those young dudes were definitely on. You have to be 21 to smoke marijuana legally in California. And you now have to be 21 to smoke cigarettes, and you've always had to be 21 for alcohol. But those dudes, they were probably maybe 17, 18, 19. I'm going to see if they're even still around. They're probably not around anymore. I'd rather cut through the park right now because there are lights over here. It's a little bit of a longer distance going around the residential, which I don't mind that, but this is more lit. You'll be able to see me more. They're not here anymore. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, every public figure is going to have a group of people that don't like them, and they're also going to have people that do like them. It works both ways. And in some cases, in a lot of cases, when you're starting out and you're new on YouTube, you're going to have more people that don't like you than like you. It just happens that way sometimes. And it's a little bit lopsided, but you know what? You just ignore the hate and just focus one by one, building an audience of positive supporters. And stay focused, all right? Don't let anyone derail you or trigger you. Don't let anyone, get to you emotionally. Don't let anyone get the best of your emotions. Or the worst of them. Let's look at it that way, right? You know the figure of speech. Don't let them get the best of you. That means they're going to steal the best of you to get you to react like shit, right? So then they can make content on you trying to paint you as emotionally unstable, when the truth of the matter is they're the ones that are cuckoo, right? So if you don't want to give people content that they can go and say, wow, this guy is cuckoo. Even if you're not cuckoo, if you behave cuckoo, they're going to say you're cuckoo. So why give people the reactions to say that you're cuckoo when you're not? Hey, everyone has cuckoo moments, even if they're not fully cuckoo in the head, right? Okay, I almost didn't put my gloves on. I'm glad I did. I almost didn't even triple layer up. I'm glad I did. It's probably like at 50 degrees right now. The temperature dropped quick, even though it was a decent day at 62 degrees earlier. Sandra was saying these trees the other day. Sandra and T, I believe. Beautiful, huh? I was gonna say something and it totally slipped my mind. Oh, they're already taking registrations for softball. Don't give people the ammunition, right? Now, another thing nowadays, we're dealing with AI, artificial intelligence, and it's already amazing what AI can do. I think AI is going to be a pretty serious issue in the next years ahead, or the next few years ahead, I mean. And, the problem with AI is that, you can have any troll out there anonymously try to put something out there to make it sound like you said something you didn't, right? When you allow this stuff to happen, when you allow people access to do these types of things, they're going to abuse it, right? Give people an inch, they want a yard, right? Wait for this person to pop on by. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Now we got more people coming, so I'm gonna wait. Some people walk so fast. They're literally speed walking. Dudes with his girlfriend and their dog, and they're speed walking. It's like when you take a walk, you should be enjoying that walk, especially when you're with your partner. You walk at a leisurely rate. These people were walking at the rate where they'd be doing like 1 mile every 12 minutes. I walk at the rate of 1 mile every 20 minutes, which is still a decent rate. That's just my opinion. Like, I saw they were walking super fast. I mean, I can walk as fast as them, but it's like, if you're gonna walk that fast, you might as well run. You might as well just run, in my opinion. Of course, just my opinion. It's almost like some people are like, well, I don't really feel like walking, but I'm trying to get into better shape. So I'll just walk super fast to get it over with. If you're in that type of mindset, you're never going to reach your goals. You got to do things because you want to do them, not because you're being forced to do them. No one can force you to do anything you don't want to do on your own. People can encourage you to do things, and that's one thing, but whatever you want to accomplish in life, you've got to want to do it for yourself on your own. No matter how much support you have, it starts within yourself. Everything starts within yourself. start getting your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in just about 5 to 7 minutes or so. I'm about to turn right up here and head back into the parking lot. You cannot let people get the best of your emotions. If you allow people to get the best of your emotions, then there's nowhere left to go. Why are you going to let people take all the best out of you? We got a lot of people entering the park right now. All right. Oh, and then if you have some people that have been trolling you for a while, here's some good advice. If you have some people that have been trolling you for a while and you know who they are based on their behaviors of them coming to your stream in multiple ways, you can just ignore them because these types of people, they live for this stuff. This is what fuels their happiness, right? Don't let them fuel their happiness by sucking happiness out of you. If they want to be happy, coming in here looking like a fool, doing stupid shit, grown ass people in their 40s and 50s and beyond, that's on them, but don't let them take your happiness away. That's all I've got for tonight. We're going to wrap this up at 54 minutes so I can get back home to my lady and our dogs and have some dinner and relax. Got a lot of stuff to continue plugging away at. Good stuff happening here at the GNA. Nobody was here from our supporters while I was live, but probably you folks didn't think I was going to go live, but that's okay. If you're watching the replay, feel free to comment or reach out to me behind the scenes. With that being said, have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other. Good night, everyone.